Jordan Moore, Shaun Cody, Max Browne, Keely Eure joins us now for our weekly football roundtable. This is our last weekday Trojans live until we get it going for real a week earlier. We'll be going in August next year with the week 0 start. But we do have the spring game to talk about coming up on Saturday. Keely, any expectations from you on what you're looking forward to on Saturday?
Well, first off, I have to say happy birthday, Jordan.
Oh, my God, thank you.
You are the birthday boy hosting today.
Back-to-back weeks. Keely hosted last week.
4-0.
Keely took one for the team last week, hosted for me, so I could enjoy a little birthday vacay, and then and now I'm hosting, and that was your birthday, and
yeah.
I'm hosting on my birthday, so.
At least one of us got to enjoy their birthday. Just kidding.
Fair enough.
Now, as far as Saturday,
yes.
Honestly, I want to see both sides of the ball, meaning the trenches, play against each other in that environment. I've been impressed so far by what I've seen from USC's defensive line. Really curious what USC's offensive line looks like. I know you guys talked about earlier on the show, but still kind of musical chairs. So not only what they look like in positions, but also what do they look like in a game-like environment where they're getting some pressure. So I'm curious, because that's an area where talking to some of the offensive linemen, they still feel like they need chemistry. And obviously you would if you lose a Brett Neal and Andrew Voorhees, but yeah, I'm curious.
Keely, I didn't get to fire any defensive questions this week to coach, so I'm going to lean on you a little bit.
Oh, no, okay.
What are we looking for on defense, to signals, maybe to fans, to some people? I know there's a lot of anxiety around the defensive issue for USC right now. What would signal a little bit of, all right, we're heading in the right direction?
I think something that everyone wanted to see more of was from USC's corners last season, and that's something where coming into spring, Lincoln Riley was like, hey, guys like Sierra Wright have made a big jump already, and they're starting to grow on that in spring camp. So I'm curious what that looks like, both corner positions going into the spring game. And if they look like kind of matching up with the growth that we've been told that they've had, does that look like that in spring? Because I think that was something where we all circled, okay, well, you're losing a Mekhi Blackman. Now what are you going to do? Because they couldn't really play man. They didn't feel comfortable. That's what defensive coordinator Alex Grinch said. So what do they look like at corner? Does Sierra Wright look like he's improved? And is Jacoby healthy? That's something, too, that we need to look for.
Can I lob that one to you, though, Shaun? Because I'm curious on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, that's where a lot of the fans are coming on Saturday. It's a little bit of where their anxiety will be. But what can they see that's going to make them feel a whole lot better? What did you feel like where your defense was at this time of year?
I think what you want to see in a spring game, I think, is a little bit than what we saw last year. I think in spring game, you're looking for, I want to see wow plays. I think that's the only thing you're kind of.
Because that's what you're going to remember.
Yeah, because you're going to see that your brain is going to last recall that. And when I look back on the defense last year, I just remember, the fast start with turnovers and kind of how that kept the defense alive. And then when that started to crumble a little bit, I think some injuries, I think Eric Gentry injury kind of folded in. And then it just seemed like a defense that kind of ran out of confidence. And it's hard to convey the importance of confidence on defense. I know offensively it's a ton more X's and O's, and guys are trying to figure out what position, how we can dissect this defense. But defense, a lot of it comes from confidence, and that defense just at the end of the year just lost that confidence. And you have to find a way to get those guys to switch it. And I think that's what good coaches are able to get those guys. All right, last year was last year. Let's get the confidence going in that defense, because it looked like a defense that was kind of ran out of confidence.
I think one thing that I'm looking forward to seeing on Saturday is so much has been made of the competitive depth and how much deeper this team is. And I think that's something you can see in a spring game. You might not be able to see scheme as much and who exactly the starters are, but you will be able to see when they shift from the first group to the second group, what's that drop off like? Because I've been a part of a lot of spring games where you notice it, right? You notice it when the first batch of receivers goes away and the second batch is in there, or the backup quarterback's in there. I think even if it's maybe not the cleanest game like we're used to seeing on a Saturday in the fall, you'll still be able to feel that depth that's been feels like stealing all the headlines this spring.
Keely, it seems like the football program has really rallied behind Austin Over, and reading some of these articles about it. It is a weird thing. All these guys, I didn't list them out earlier, but Mario Williams, Anthony Lucas, we mentioned Deuce. There's a real baseball connection with this team, and it's kind of a cool thing. And to me, it's always been a fascination. I don't know. I feel like it happens less. I grew up with Dion and Bo Jackson, and I always just think it's a legit thing when USC gets two sport athletes. In baseball, is such a special one because hitting is so hard, right? It's one thing to go, okay, Adoree Jackson can do the long jump. Of course he can. Adoree can walk on buildings, right? But to be able to get the timing to hit the way Austin can and some of these other guys can, it's pretty remarkable.
No, it is. And I want to see Anthony Lucas. I was talking to him. He was like,
he's a pitcher, right?
He literally said he's done everything on the field, but he was like, I can pitch too. And I was like,
just means I was the best athlete out there.
Yeah, which not surprising if you look at him. But I was like, I want to see you on the mound. Like, I've never seen I guess we've seen big guys pitch, but I just want to see. He said his go-to pitch is a slider, so that's what I'm looking forward to. If that's a thing.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
That's where I stopped baseball when they started moving.
That's when the elbow stops most people. Jordan Moore, Shaun Cody, Max Browne, Keely Eure, and our over-under is presented by Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC Athletics. So as I said, we're gonna have a long show on Saturday. We're gonna have a Trojan tailgate show starting at 11 a.m. till noon. We're gonna have Trojans live from 12 to 2. So you're gonna see a lot of us on Saturday. So check us out across the USC Trojans Media Network. But then it's a long break until August, and by that time the AP poll will have come out and we'll be ready for a new season. So my over-under is a ranking of 5.5 in the preseason AP poll for the Trojans.
I would like it to be under that, meaning higher. I don't like that.
That would be over.
That would be over?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that 6 is over 5.5.
Okay, but it means kind of.
I hear what you're saying.
Okay, so I want.
You want it, so you don't want a top 5 hype.
I don't like those things. Yeah, I don't like the hype machine. I just want to let's get to the games. Put us at 20, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's going to come into play.
Okay, was not a want question for the record, but go ahead, Max.
I'm taking the under. Five feels like the number, hence why you did 5.5.
Thank
I'm
you.
taking the under. I like it.
That was really a compliment to the odds maker there. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under 2. He just sold me on it.
Oh,
so
man,
I'm going to do that.
Stroking Jordan on his birthday here. Jeez, come on.
But what's
guys.
interesting
Jordan, way to go.
If it's lower, you're going to have like 4 Pac-12 teams in a row. You could have there's a lot of teams right in that.
It is a loaded year in the
8
conference.
to 15.
The finale.
4 of them or 5 of them.
Conference of quarterbacks.
True. Huskies. You got Oregon.
Yep.
Utah. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Oregon State's probably 17, 18. So,
Yep.
Loaded pack.
Loaded pack. Favorite 2-sport athlete, Shaun?
Bo Jackson, I would say. Yeah, I mean, when he used to break those bats, man, that was awesome. Oh, here we go. We got something for you, Jordan.
Oh, my God, a cake.
Chase in the camera right there.
Chase is the man.
us.
Thank you.
Way to go, Jordan.
For the
40
radio
years.
audience, they just brought this old man a cake, so I appreciate it.
You're a man.
Thank you to everyone. No place I'd rather be than with my people talking to you guys on my birthday. So thanks to everybody. Trojans Live production of our whole crew here, USC Sports Properties and Playfly Sports. Don't have enough time to thank all of them, so I'll just say thank you, and we will see you on Saturday from the Coliseum at the spring game. Fight on, everybody.